I think I think of like the 5 player that buys all the wards, picking himself a hero that has an excuse to stay away from the team farm.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? He's like, come on, I just want some.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I gotta stay in this lane and farm. You guys go fight.
That's right, I'm only an ultimate. Get out of here.
So you're saying AA is only picked with the captain, with the drafter is actually...
That's right.
Yeah, I see it. The 5-player. That makes sense.
Dire team pick.
Let's see if he first picks AA.
It was
He just wants his time in the spotlight, you know.
Mm-hmm. Like, sometimes he probably gets bored not clicking items.
When's the last time we saw an AA actually get Ags at a reasonable time?
10 seconds
They don't,
remaining.
like, generally I don't think they get Ags anymore. Like, it's very rare.
12.
5 seconds remaining.
I think it's like, they get the Atos and,
Yeah.
like, random items.
That Midas Force. Just keep yourself alive.
Radiant team
So, well,
pick.
that's going to be a first pick Earth Spirit once again. Afu clearly made his name on that hero. That last Roche fight was just dandy.
Fight an Earth Spirit.
What were they first two? Was there Sand King?
10
Sand King and
seconds remaining.
+1? Or Nyx?
I haven't
Nyx
seen a
Sand King?
sync.
Really?
Nyx.
5 seconds.
We were-
in the first game had a
We were cast on a lot of these Chinese games and they love their Sand King.
Reserve
I think it was first round banned, so.
Radiant
Okay.
team pick.
Bristleback again in the first. Didn't work out so well last game, but you know what? Maybe
I mean, he
Maybe it's
laned
time.
nicely.
Yeah, the first game looked pretty rough
Unfortunately.
actually.
yeah, the after the
10
5-minute mark.
seconds remaining.
Those first 5 minutes though, oh boy.
5 seconds
The field
remaining.
day for
Alright. EHOME.KEEN look,
Reserve
they picked
time.
Pudge a lot in the group stage. Did they pick Pudge yet today?
We haven't seen it today yet, but
Huh?
anything
what
can
Gareth
happen.
was saying that their name, but I forgot. I actually asked him for it twice.
Oh yeah, we actually looked this up, but it's the guy with the like fatter looking symbols, like not the skinny looking symbols.
The one, like the more rectangular ones?
Yeah,
You can
exactly.
just say what
Dire
color,
team pick.
Teal?
Teal, yeah, teal. Teal player.
not disease.
No.
Alright, LGD.FY, looking not to give away a whole lot about their draft here. Is this where they go for the Death Prophet again? Which is what they've done for the last 3
10
games? Or
seconds remaining.
shake it up? Because the Witch Doctor... Oh, yeah, okay, no shaking.
There it is.
Radiant
Yep.
Zero
team
shaking.
ban.
No,
They're not
they
interested.
know what wins game.
I think Witch Doctor's pretty good against Earth Spirit, you know. He's got the heal for the damage over time. Pretty good. Bristleback is pretty tanky as well. Like I think generally Death Prophet against Bristleback is okay for
10
Bristleback if they
seconds
can like
remaining.
actually lock him down and do a lot of physical damage to
Dire
Death Prophet
team
early.
ban.
But as the game goes on, you just kite him, right?
Yeah, the nice thing is when
Yeah,
Blade Melody,
you melt her.
she can just build Yules, but then
Ah.
kind of counter the counter.
Crap.
10
You're
seconds
blowing
remaining.
Wowzers.
minds. So LGD.FY, they've also been running a whole lot of
5
Weaver. Is that
seconds
something we still...
remaining.
Oh, it's banned. Oh, okay, ban the Bloodseeker counter
Radiant
against
team
DP as well,
ban.
so...
I think the thing that counters DP is like burst damage, right? You just wanna kill her quickly so she doesn't use her siphon well.
Yeah, we saw Puck go for a dig in early last game.
You know, you don't want her to just be able to kind of really walk
10
around
seconds
or
remaining.
live long in team fights because she will siphon a lot of people in silence.
5 seconds remaining.
Past the big heroes,
Yeah,
or like
Reserve time.
there's a lot of burst damage.
We haven't seen... Have we seen Quap today at all? At least in the
Dire
Chinese region?
team
Because
ban.
I thought she was given more priority, at least...
No, they pick it a lot. In the group stage, they picked it a load, but
I haven't
I
seen any
didn't
Quap pick
see it.
or ban
I
today.
don't think I've seen it from either of these teams. I think Super played it once. But that's about it.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know. It's just a player
5
preference thing,
seconds
right? So maybe
remaining.
some people just don't play Quap.
Yep.
Maybe their mother said, you know,
Reserve
It's-
time.
don't be playing that hero. It's too revealing.
Yeah, it's not a
Yeah.
good thing for you.
I'm also gonna listen.
No, you should always listen to your mother. Definitely.
What's the best advice your parents?
Put
I
your
didn't
shit
listen.
in a drawer.
I didn't listen to much of it.
Radiant team pick.
Yep, my mom's told me that one for the last 22 years.
I don't know. Don't do drugs. Yeah, that's a good one for the kids.
Don't. We had an earlier
10
discussion
seconds
about
remaining.
not doing meth and how that's a good life choice. So,
Yeah.
if you guys are
5 seconds
interested
remaining.
in shaping up, try not doing meth.
I don't know. Have you done meth?
I have not done meth.
So how can you say it's the bad life
Reserve
choice?
time.
Could be missing out.
Yeah.
Moonduck does not endorse meth.
How do you know if you haven't tried it?
I don't recommend trying meth, but that's also just
Look
personal
at
view.
Draskell. He's a professional caster. He has a great look.
He
He's a
looks
good
pretty
streamer.
happy to me.
He looks happy.
I don't endorse meth
You
usage,
brought
but-
it up. We were not talking about that, and you brought it up.
Okay. I'm sorry. I can see. That's all
There's
good.
nothing to be sorry about.
All right.
I've never tried it either, so I don't know.
No, me neither. I was just wondering what you thought about.
Clockwork now
Clockwork.
picked up for EHOME.K, so a little more lockdown here. Still yet to be determined whether it's going to be offlane or 4, but we see it mostly in the 4 position now.
That's another blade mail buyer for the Death Prophet. I like it. Just gets right in there, nice and close to where blade mail on.
10 seconds
It's also a
remaining.
good setup for the Witch Doctor, eh?
5 seconds remaining.
How does Witch Doctor not just get evaporated this game? Because we see him not picked up a lot because he's just so
Reserve time.
freaking fragile.
Bodyguards for him.
Yeah, they're going in. It's all about positioning, right? If you get gone on as Witch Doctor, yeah, sure, you're toast.
Yeah, for sure. Big strong men.
Yeah, exactly.
And what's the logic of Witch Doctor versus the Shaman, which is something we've been seeing a lot?
What do you mean?
Like, why go for a Witch Doctor here as a disabler instead of the Shaman?
Oh, Witch Doctor's just better. Like he casts his spell, he doesn't have to stand there, right? Like he casts his
team
cast
Like,
and moves back. And Shadow Shaman. Go
Sorry,
on.
I cut you off. No.
Is there delay on when Brax hears us and when we hear him?
I don't think so.
All right. Carry on, Brax. I'm looking at a
After you.
speaker. Oh no, I insist.
Remaining.
All right. Thank you so kindly.
No problem. No problem.
I was gonna say there's 2
5
big
seconds
AOE
remaining.
silences. Very difficult.
Well spotted, sir. Goddamn greens. Yeah, I hate them. I hate green people.
You hate green people.
Yeah, I do.
Damn, Shane, let it all out.
Well, I'm Irish, so it's okay to help. I hate my countrymen, right?
That's fair.
That's
a lot of
actually
people.
racist.
Yeah, I despise all Irish people.
Alright, this started out as a meme, but if you actually hate Irish people.
No, I don't.
Ooh, Shadow Fiend there to combo with the
Dire
Clockwork, so
team.
starting out in lane already strong, already with, what, like 12 to 15 souls?
Yeah, it's
Ah,
pretty strong. It's the first Shadow Fiend I've seen, though.
Team back.
We've seen a couple,
dog feet.
the feature or the bug, but yeah. And Batrider now picked up for LGD.FY, so some more lockdown. They can kind of separate EHOME.K and force them into some quirky positions, but
10 seconds
that
remaining.
initiation is still going to be tough.
It's pretty much necessary for Sven, though, right? If they don't have
5
lockdown for
seconds
Sven,
remaining.
they already, like, Earth Spirit's not reliable. They need someone to hold people steady, because he's not a quick dude. He gets kited, he has some struggles. So, like, they needed something like Batrider, it's good.
But also, pretty free back game. There's threat to lasso in this game.
So are
10
EHOME trying to
seconds
send the
remaining.
Bristleback off lane, or do they want him as a safe laner and maybe go for something else here?
5 seconds remaining.
Find out.
Dire team.
It's a surprise!
Ooh.
I don't know, I think generally they want more lockdown, LGD. Reviewing. Just Sanking is completely ignored. I think pretty good in this. You can get out of cogs,
Well,
you can get on Witch Doctor at the backlines when he's ulting. Go for Warlock.
the
Radiant
LGD.FY
team
Sanking player is Afu, who's going to be on the Earth Spirit because that's his.
Sanking's a
super
simple
favorite
hero,
hero.
right?
Yeah, I mean, every time I've seen LGD.FY run it, they've always had Afu
Afu
on the
playing it.
Sanking.
Okay.
So I guess Warlock is just safer here, brings a lot more team fight in. They
10
can kind of
seconds
AoE zone
remaining.
pretty nicely, and their push is pretty spicy.
5 seconds
Ah.
remaining.
I think EHOME.K need a mobile hero. Like a safe lane that's mobile. Like
Reserve
Weaver's
time.
banned.
Slark?
Pretty rough slack game, but
Yeah,
like
sure
someone
hope
like
so.
same kind of thing, right? You wanna avoid the team fights, Death Prophet ulti, Warlock ulti, you wanna just get out and then re-engage when that shit's done. Go for Venomancer.
Venomancer.
Okay, it's not exactly that, but it's kind of a hero. He gets his spells off. It's not the end of the world, you know. So if they do block, drop a Warlock Golem on him, they do use Death Prophet ulti. At least he can apply his spells. Interesting.
How does EHOME.KEEN's lineup scale? I mean, Bristleback obviously is going to be super unkillable early on. Shadow Fiend's going to roll out the damage, but at like the 30-40 minute mark.
I think it actually gets better the later the game goes. 'Cause once Sven's BKB is low, you can just gale him and not even worry about him at all. Like, he's a non-existence in a team fight once he's galed. He has the wards constantly pecking at him. It's good for the wards to go for Batrider. That's the blink initiation. I actually really like Venomancer against Sven. I think it's amazing, actually. The problem is the depth profile.
Huh?
What'd you say?
I said pecking at him, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the lineups are weird. Like, they hit power spikes at different parts of the game. Like, early game, when Sven doesn't have any items and he wants farming phase. EHOME's lineup is Venomancer gets that self-sustainable, and he by throwing warp down, setting up for the tower, and then supports are free to do whatever they want. As Sven, of course, has the soul thing. Oh boy.
Oh no!
What?
Oh,
They fucked up real bad, and the supports left them.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, Dark's got this.
Oh god.
That
Clockwise,
is.
Clockwise.
There we go.
Alright, there's 3 out of 3. Good job.
So yeah, he's definitely going to start with a couple less souls here, but.
You know, the first time I did this with my team, we had the same issue. One person didn't know what the fuck clockwise meant. The other person was like, okay, we also had CM, who has a slow attack animation. And I'm playing Shadow Fiend, and I'm having a nervous breakdown. I got to this lane with like 6 souls. I'm like, Jesus, this isn't that OP at all. What the hell was he saying?
First time I did this, I was the clockwork and I was killing the cogs.
Yeah, it's just something you need practice with.
Go wrong.
Yeah, it requires teamwork,
30
communication.
seconds to battle.
Which is, you know, it's the good mark of a TI qualifier team, so we'll see who's going to be able to execute now as our Shadow Fiend. He's got himself 10 souls. Look at that, he's going for more.
They're looking rough. He missed 2 souls. I don't know if they can qualify now.
No, they're out.
Nah, that's it. GG. But either way, it's like...
Are they going aggro? Like dual lane or something?
The battle begins.
The boat rider's getting in there.
Yep, so he's gonna go and try to steal.
He had cogs obviously for the souls, but if he had battery assault, it could have been a slay, I think.
Well, also the Gale was missed. If either of those things happened, it definitely would have been first blood because he.
It was weird. Like he was right on top of him when he galed, but I guess he just like kind of just went the other direction just a tiny bit.
Rune
like
went the way of Venomancer.
It's like the point blank ones are the hardest to hit, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Especially when you have sticky on you. Turn rate
He
is
saved his life right now.
Up in the top lane, we've got our solo Bristle. Something not too surprising, but Bristle versus Warlock, they've got that spam of the Shadow Word, which is also just free quills for Dark whenever he wants them. Down in the bottom lane, you're gonna have Batrider still gone on, now trapped in the cogs, now hit by the Venomancer. Gets bounced back. They got the coconut for lockdown, but they need just a couple more ticks. Unfortunately, they're unable to find it, so Batrider lives, and that's
He doesn't have much regen on the Batrider though, so he can't really hang around too long. If he gets cast one more time, he might be in a bit of trouble. Oh, Afu, he's going for it.
He's smoked up, but they're just gonna shuttle it the long way around. But he reads this, gets the 1 and gets the 2.
No, Drodo.
Oh, I love the Drodo Courier. It's too cute.
Dead now.
He'll be back. That's how it works. Either way, nice rotation in from the Earth Spirit, just securing this Shadow Fiend to have a bit of a trickier time. He's still got oodles of regen, but the next stat items will be a bit longer to come out. Now, Death Prophet's going in pretty deep, gets the Soul Siphon off. There is going to be the roll to hold him in place temporarily, but the Clockwork is TPing in. Oh, First Blood goes the way of Super. Great start for this Death Prophet. Afu's got to eat his way out of the cogs, but should still live. Both heroes taking up a couple of tower shots, but immediate salve from the Death Prophet as well, so she's back up to fighting fit.
Can you click on Witch Doctor?
I sure can.
Yeah, I think if Witch Doctor TPs instead of Clockwork, it could have been maybe a turnaround.
The coconut bouncing instead of just...
Yeah, exactly, instead of just his random cogs.
And he's got nothing though, no TP on him. Sandwich back in. Do they want to try this again? Oh, that could be totally brutal for Shadow Fiend, who already has to reclaim all his souls, just working his way back up.
Yeah, who's laughing now? The Clockwork Shadow Fiend picker.
Scan reveals that Earth Spirit is still hanging out on this high ground, so man, this Shadow Fiend has to play so safe. Now they do bring in the Clockwork here. Witch Doctor is still hanging out down bottom, not going to TP himself in.
And Bristleback in the offlane is getting a lot.
They might be able to go on this Witch Doctor here. They get him with the Maledict, and yeah, Tries to TP out, but it will get cancelled. One more tick of the Maledict, and that should be it. That's going to be Witch Doctor snapping up a kill for himself. He can now afford shoes and a TP.
The dream.
He is rolling in it.
He's
You
away
see
with it.
that bounce? Full creep wave hits him twice. He even
He actually TP'd after
Yeah,
the
yeah.
initial bounce. He was like, I'm good.
So
I've done the maths
confidently.
on this shit. Yeah.
Laws of probability, man, but stats don't lie. Still can
There's
come
only
back
a
and
7.5 chance I get screwed here.
And he got nailed. What's Bristleback got? I don't know. 7 CS. He's level 3. He should be doing grand. Like he can stack ancients, and he's not doing it though, is he? It doesn't seem like he is. You know the way you can.
Gotta
I
right
can't
over
see.
the wall.
Yeah, you can just do the one beside the. Can you check if you stacked ancients? Yeah, you can do the one right beside the wall. You can stack while you're killing that creep, but he didn't do it.
He's actually
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing they can do.
oh, roll in to catch the Shadow Fiend. This time there is going to be help from the Clockwork, and now they are going to TP the Witch Doctor in. That's the bounce they were looking for, just ricocheting off their skulls. Long range raise comes in. Looks like they will be able to find Afu, but Super will get out alive, so not the crucial kill they were hoping for, but still saving the Shadow Fiend's life.
Jesus, that was ridiculous turnaround actually. Getting that cask off. He finally has enough money to get the TP after the Batrider kill. The dream. He actually turned that around really well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Vacuum cogs and RP.
Yeah.
Super though, still having a really nice lane in terms of last hits, only surpassed by his Sven, who has just been, again, really free. The Bristleback not giving him much of a problem.
I think that saving Shadow Fiend like that is like kind of a game-winning kind of play. If Shadow Fiend dies a few times in the early game, he has to kind of retreat to the jungle and farm. And he can't put on any early aggression. Like he can come back, but it's more like you want to play mid lane. You want to constantly push out the wave, stop the death prophet,
Yeah,
getting his ulti.
Look at this Veno harass. Batrider can't do much, and he's running pretty low on regen here.
You got the tranks. He'll be alright.
Yeah.
This is around the time where I would like to see home start to code Bristleback their supports, around like the Shadow Fiend healthy. Because he doesn't want to have to retreat. Where jungle creeps get 20% less golden experience in the early game. He wants to really play in the lane, and Venomancer pretty much is totally fine against anyone come bottom lane. One more level, he'll level 3 wards, he can just sit in front of the tower comfortably, and they could actually just start the pressure that Sven want. And Sven, when he gets pressured, he needs a lot of farm in the first place. Laying that really helps a lot.
Yeah, when they changed the jungle camps originally, like Sven was just a non-existent hero because he couldn't farm. What's up on top? Bit of confoodly.
Yeah, farming.
Yeah.
And towards the mid lanes where it's gonna happen.
Confoodly. I'm making up words as we go along. It's getting.
Oh yeah, I thought that was some weird Irishman term, but
Yeah, it is. Sure.
yeah, they're going in. They're starting to spray out the napalm. It is looking unlikely that Shadow Fiend gets out alive, but they are going to TP in the Witch Doctor. They are able to go bring down the Earth Spirit. Shadow Fiend gives his life already, but now, oh no, Clockwork trapped in the cogs does go down. Currently, everyone's still up and rolling. They pop the Exorcism for this, but it's super value as they get 2 for the price of 1, and now Death Prophet just going to wrap up. She'll get back to full health after this Exorcism's done. Oh.
Shadow Fiend getting the turnaround kill was actually huge. Like he landed all 3 raises. He turned a completely disastrous thing into not terrible, but still pretty bad kind of situation.
Yeah, he's gonna make the long walk of shame with the on cooldown though. And I mean, with
Yeah.
the Earth Spirit rotations in, you can't even tell this SF started with souls, you know?
Yeah, it's a sad situation. You know, I had the exact same thing happen to me when I played mid for my team with the Clockwork thing. I fed miserably, and I felt terrible. You pick this whole draft for this.
Afu gets off the double man kick, trying to roll himself to freedom, but trapped in the cogs here. It's looking like he is going to be going down, so another kill going the way of EHOME.
Busts out the dance, walks away.
Witch Doctor almost at his level 4, so levels, you know, slow, but alright. His rotations into mid have been super necessary.
What do you think about the... Do you think they draft the Shadow Fiend Clockwork thing solely, like they pick Shadow Fiend solely based off Clockwork?
No, definitely.
But it was like a
Still,
big
like-
factor, right?
Yeah, because you want to give this hero a head start in the lane.
Yeah.
So back's already off to a good lane, and then
And the fact-
Venomancer's gonna have a good lane as well.
The fact that he's not doing it is pretty bad. Like,
Like if these kills didn't happen on mid.
yeah.
Bristleback going in, trying to contest some farm. They do have the Witch Doctor hanging around too. Oh, he's so close to his 4. But for now, Dire, they're feeling okay. Sven still hasn't been pressured. Is that gonna get scarier and scarier?
For about 15 minutes when he's done doing his thing.
You have 10 minutes of happy time though.
Yeah, no matter how well he's doing in the beginning of the game, that's the breeding room.
Exactly. Because he's kind of a hero that's not going to put pressure on you at all. He's just going to sit in the top lane and click his creeps for the first, 15, 20 minutes. So you do have time with this hero to kind of play your game. When if you compare that to Venomancer, like Venomancer can rotate, you can put pressure on lanes, you can take towers.
This is so weird to me that the Venomancer TP'd up the top just
what is that about? Like his lane is open bottom. He could have pushed the tower. He has Aquila.
Yeah, like usually the strength of this hero is that you push this safe lane and no one can contest you, right?
And you're also
After
you're pretty ungankable as well, right? You have the wards for vision. Even if they do gank you, you're gonna do a lot of damage.
I mean, Bat's not been doing anything to him.
Alright, he can't do anything at all because he has to just walk into this wall of wards that would ideally be there, but and it's not like it takes a long time, he could probably get that in like a minute and a half or something. And then if you gank him, he busts out the
ulti. Yeah, exactly. The plague. I think it's a lot to do with maybe they just favor taking the top tower more. They really want control of the Dire jungle.
I mean, it will make Sven's time a little bit less easy now. Rotation in, they're trying to go on the Venomancer. There's the Witch Doctor waiting in the wings. Yeah, he's just gonna drop the ulti, and Afu can't do much. Is just gonna go and kick out a rock before he goes down, but looks like he's still tick the Veno ult. Now Sven's gonna come in, and he's angry about this, trying to get some revenge. He's going for the TP out, but it will not be in time. Burst damage too much from LFY, so gonna be a 1-for-1 trade. That Venomancer going down, definitely in favor of the Dire.
They committed a lot to it though, like dodge strength, that profit rotation.
I mean, Venom busted ult too.
Yeah, true, but I don't know. I don't think it's too bad. Venom's a hero that doesn't really mind dying. He's not.
He's still got great levels.
Yeah, he can catch up with farming. He can do ancients very quickly. He can push towers. It's not great, but it's better. The timing of LFY's attack was pretty weird. They sent Outspirit into his death. They could have coordinated a bit better maybe. But nice play, getting the kill and stopping the push anyway.
Yeah, I think it's pretty bad for Veno to die there. It's like he's momentum based, and once he dies once like that, he's gotta make the long walk back up there. And I mean that's why it's like awkward to leave the safe. You know what I mean? This Snake Man wants to sit there, do his own thing, make the bottom lane real nasty.
He had it going good as well. He was fine. No one was bothering him.
Living the life.
Oh, another big smoke rotation onto mid.
Oh no.
Trying to just cripple the Shadow Fiend right after he stacks up a good number of souls. Going to show up the lasso. They're going to commit the exorcism to this. And yeah, goodbye Shadow Fiend. The tower going to be melting down pretty shortly as well. Clockwork's waiting there. He's got his new hook shot to debut, but
he doesn't want to go
there.
That's
There's
so firing
spooky.
ghosts and it's really scary.
He's just going to send a flare and book it. But look at the vision around this mid lane. You've got Ward about to expire. You've got Ward up here on the high ground scouting out the stairs. You've got Ward in the tree line scouting out support rotations. So that's why LFY just felt so comfortable going for that. They weren't going to get surprised by anything.
Yeah. You want to keep Shadow Fiend down to play, right? They don't want this guy snowballing, so they're focusing all their efforts on Shadow Fiend. And that also forces their supports to concentrate more on mid, so Sven has more of a free time if you put a lot of pressure on this Shadow Fiend. It's kind of like it does a lot. Alright, Venomancer, he's back to business.
There we go, in his happy place.
Yeah, he's good.
He's good. Spraying down some mud golems. And Shadow Fiend is having it rough. His net worth is surpassed by his own Bristleback, who's been just chilling bottom lane. How do you get the Shadow Fiend back into this?
I guess you could stack some neutral creeps, try and get objectives with Venomancer. It's kind of hard, actually. Shadow Fiend, he needs space.
I feel like the only way he's really going to get space is if they can start to take some of these fights. Like Bristleback is really strong at this point of the game when he's finished Vanguard.
Yeah.
He doesn't have it quite yet, but Veno is also quite strong. Like in that fight up top where they tried to gank him, like if the enemy team, the LFY has to cut into spells like Cogs, Pass, and just a tanky Bristleback in the front. I mean, will catch up and have space to farm. It's just quite difficult because right now he just wants to hit creep.
Yeah, what do you got item-wise, Sven? You got
Sven?
Sanj, right?
He's got the Mask of Madness Sanj, and he's going for the Yasha, so...
Okay. Yeah, it's good. Halberd's pretty useless in this game, actually. I think that's why Venomancers come back in a big way. Like, Venom got buffed, sure, but Halberd also, he's not too bothered by it. And it's a very big item that most teams at least have one of at the end of the game.
Smoke rotation in, plopping down a ward, but positioning from Afu, just very defensive. Meanwhile, the rest of LFY just crawling around the jungle, slowly spiraling up their farm. So this tower, do you think they'll defend it?
The bottom,
Yeah.
tower?
It's looking pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think so, no. There's 5 people there.
Oh, hook shot off the mark, Afu. They can just book it to freedom now and let EHOME.KEEN spend some time down there while everyone continues farming.
It kind of, when you look at the map, it looks like EHOME.KEEN are doing very well. You know, they're pushing towers and stuff, but I think they're playing right into LFY's hands. It's just uncontested.
Yeah,
Dead profits out of control.
Tower advantage now for EHOME. The kills are tied, but you look at the net worth, it's already sloping down for LFY, and these net worths are only going to get bigger.
How do you do the fancy things with the drop downs?
The layers?
Yeah, well, how do you do
I
that?
don't actually know. No one ever taught me.
Oh no. Somebody wakes Iori up. That's good.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh god! Looks like the Warlock columns have been dropped, and they are going to get the kill on the Bristleback. He just... of that. And they're going to head straight into the Roach Pit to get the most out of this exorcism.
They looked at it for 1 second. They're like, never mind.
EH.K.
Dire's top
Yeah,
tower is under attack.
I think they don't want to give away too much. Like Venom would have pressured top. Would have been back. Yeah. Come on, get my
Just want to see Venom answer.
Okay, what I hear. That probably.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
What's layer?
Yeah, who's
Layers
this layered
is
guy?
Layers
Yeah.
is Buka and Pimp that just work together to make some really
So Mundo.
some fancy, cool overlays for all your games.
Very cool. It's really, really good.
Yeah, they have our little net worth slider. That's not the like weird less than, greater than net worth thing. We got the actual raw numbers here. So again, thank you, Pimp and Buka, the Layers boys. And all those pop-ups too, when there's an Aegis, the little icon of the Aegis with the countdown over it. Center with the gem, it has the icon of who purchased the gem.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Big fan of layers.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Layers is the man.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Huge. What do you think of the buff to Venomancer, the poison sting one? I think it's like ridiculous.
Yeah, this hero's great. I love him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Go for me.
His right click is
It does take well.
Stone Thorn.
What's that? What happened there?
What
Is that a
happened where?
layers malfunction?
I don't know what happened.
What I
There was
didn't-
like some weird thing on the screen for half a second.
What was it?
I don't know.
You guys watch it.
Can you describe it to me?
It was very quick.
Okay. I didn't see it. I was tabbing into the OBS.
Maybe like Sunsfan snuck some like weird pictures in here of. You ever seen what's that? But you ever see Fight Club where they put porn into the thing?
I actually have not ever seen Fight Club, but hold that thought, as we do have a lasso here in the top lane. Venomancer in some serious danger of death, and he does end up falling, so LFY get a pretty valued kill. He's been slowly trying to chip at this tier 2, but well, his efforts are going to be thwarted for the next 30 seconds at least.
Right, so you haven't seen Fight Club?
I have not seen Fight Club or The Matrix or
Oh, Jesus Christ, what have you been doing with your
Forrest
life?
Dire's middle
Gump
tower is
or...
under attack.
I wasn't allowed
Dear
to watch...
God.
I wasn't
Yeah.
allowed to watch any movies that weren't PG when I was growing
That
up.
explains a lot, actually.
Why?
Isn't
Why am I so
Forrest Gump
pleasant? Forrest Gump's PG-13.
That's got some nude scenes in it.
Either way.
PG-13.
Bristleback keep being in. Tower's going to be fortified. Can they drive off this God Strength Sven? Death Prophet still holding the Exorcism, and LFY, they're going to bide their time. There's no reason to get too crazy for this.
And did when Venomancer gets down, they're putting the little wards down.
Oh, there's a hook shot into the God Strength Sven, who's leading up the charge. The God Strength soon to expire, and they're going to dump the Warlock Golems out. Oh man, this Witch Doctor's melting before he can do anything. There is going to be Super now with a double kill as we're watching some PowerPoint. Dota, Clockwork falls, and now 4 heroes dead. The Bristleback, the lone survivor, he's going to get clipped under his tier 1 tower. LFY looking to make this a team wipe. Yeah, that's going to be it. That's going to be a 1-for-5 exchange. Huge play there. They're going to be able to take this tower. They can swap right onto the Roche pit if they like. Very, very value play for LFY.
That was definitely not PG-13. Yeah, it was a bit choppy.
Yeah, the violence was censored.
Exactly. So Annie couldn't see it. Annie's mother censored it. She DDoSed the stream. Very kind of her.
You didn't know this game traded.
Is it really?
Oh man, why they fought into Warlock bonds when there was no creeps, so every single one of them had the Warlock.
They got 5 Warlock bonds with the Earth Spirit ultimate on. They spent on attack twice in that team fight. Didn't even.
It really didn't matter. Like 1 Q from Death Prophet probably would have been enough.
Sven buying out his blink now after he finishes that last fight. Next up, BKB. So he is, yeah, he got a lot of space in the lanes and has not been slowed down since. Still not killed yet.
Looks like he's quite a powerful hero. And he's got blink ups, got his basic items, he can 2-shot half the heroes in the enemy team. He's just gonna keep farming really fast.
What's the status of 4 staff on the Radiant? What we got?
Looking like a big fat 0 at the moment.
Big fat 0, okay. Any ambitious 4 staffs in the quick buy?
Clockwork is.
Oh, he has the recipe.
And he's got. So does the Venomancer. I mean, they're working on it.
No, the thing is, sometimes you forget how to build a 4 staff, so you need the recipe to.
It reminds you.
Exactly. Recipe is what, Frex?
I was gonna say the recipe unfortunately does not give you the stats it says on it.
I thought that's when I first started playing Dota, like my first couple of games, I thought like, why would I want to buy the whole item? Just get the recipe, it does the same thing.
Yeah, that's what everyone does. And they asked how'd they get lumber.
I never thought that, actually.
That's okay.
Because like to make a cake, you use a recipe and the ingredients. It's just you're not baking cakes when you're 10.
I'm trying to build 4 staff, bro.
So Roshan still untouched. LFY just sitting back, getting this fed more and more juicy stacks. Takes a 3-for like there, like it's nothing. And now buys out the Ogre Club for his BKB. So as soon as that comes out, he is going to get bananas strong. And I don't know if EHOME can even hold on long enough to wear it down to 5 seconds. Yeah.
The game is definitely very difficult for EHOME.K.
It's not.
That might be an understatement.
Yeah, I'm trying my best here. Gotta sell it, you know. Maybe like some EHOME.K fans are watching and they're.
Some EHOME.K fans, yeah, of course EHOME.K fans are watching, and they are still in the upper bracket. So if they drop down, it's not like they're just totally done with their chance at TI.
That is true.
They got a lot of faith in this Bristleback. They're.
What's he got?
Not
first pick this hero. You can play against counters.
Yeah, I feel when you first pick heroes, they need to be kind of versatile, and completely ruin the hero by first picking it, if that makes sense.
Sometimes, every now and then, in the patches, you get a hero like Fleshrack or something where they're just like blatantly OP, right? And even if you pick like Anti-Mage or Nyx Assassin or whatever,
he doesn't get it.
Oh, and there we go. Bristleback is once again dropped down. It is going to be his 3rd death now. He's just not feeling like those tanky walls of a Bristleback that we usually see around 20 minutes.
Yeah, he's not too great.
I mean, that's Sven. He's all big, mean, god strength up. They're gonna pop the Exorcism for this as well. And yeah, this Roche.
I don't think EHOME.K want to contest this, but I still think they're gonna try.
I think they gotta. They kind of gotta.
They're going in.
Oh yeah, it looks like on the back lines there is gonna be the drag in. Oh no, he snatched it. He got the Aegis. Holy shit. Okay, they actually did take this fight. They're doing well so far. 3 heroes dead, but is this going to be enough? Okay, yeah, it's a godlike streak for Super, so the Aegis gets snatched, but I don't know if that's the value play in the end. The Bristleback will fall. The Venomancer, the only survivor, wiggling up this ramp. Oh, he's going to take a bounty rune. That's a value bounty rune.
Got the Aegis, got a bounty rune. Veno didn't die.
That's the applause for him right there. But yeah, overall, LFY responded to that really well. sure they didn't get the Aegis. It was snatched by the Clockwork, but then immediately burned, and they killed the Clockwork again as well. So
honestly, Aegis is pretty bad on both Death Prophet and Sven. So it's not the end of the world that they didn't get the Aegis. Like, oh god, you don't want to be missing them Gales.
Just letting him off with a warning there, telling him to go home and tell his friends what he saw.
I think even if he did tell them what he saw, they wouldn't
they
care.
Be scared.
War crimes, dude.
Yeah, the guy missed a Gale on me. He's an idiot.
Death Prophet, I mean, she's got her BKB still sitting at 10 seconds, just didn't,
She only got out, like, after that fight, right? So,
yeah.
she didn't use it. She has Atos, BKB, Yules. 23 minutes.
I mean, we saw how well she survived in that fight even without the BKB.
Yeah,
So.
Soul Siphon is a very strong ability. They also usually put the Warlock heal on top of her as well.
I mean, that's all they gotta do. That's why they pick Oracle with Death Prophet, is just keep her alive, keep her walking around throughout the entire exorcism.
And then Sven Warcry does a similar thing with the armor. She's just extremely tanky. Very difficult to burst her down. What's Shadow Fiend got? How's he doing?
He's riding the struggle bus, still working on the BKB.
Could be worse. He's got some items.
Went through a really rough childhood, man.
Yeah, he did. You see that mid lane? That was brutal.
Got whipped by Ghost, dude. Ghost hanging out in his closets and
got abused.
jeez.
Poor guy. He's doing well to catch up though. Once he gets to BKB, he can at least, you know,
Be yellow.
be yellow and look fabulous.
That is true. It's a lot about how you present yourself.
Yeah, it's like a job interview, right?
You gotta
Like,
be big and yellow.
Say LFY show up to the fight, and there's just this giant yellow Shadow Fiend. You know, it's more intimidating.
Then a smaller black Shadow Fiend.
Exactly.
So, here we go. It's gonna be some clean push on this. Holding on to the Exorcism, because all they need is Sven to hit it like 10 times, and it melts like an ancient creep. And meanwhile, they do have the Venomancer pushing in, at least potentially forcing back a rotation. They will TP back to Sven, who is still
blink,
God
you can blink and
strength
kill him
up.
straight away.
Yep, they go, but they don't have detection if the Shadow Blade from Veno does go off.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Alright, Veno lives. Got some pressure on it. Got the TP home. There's a few bumps in that downward spiral. It's not the worst graph I've ever seen.
Oh god, I opened it.
Don't open it.
No, the levels are the scariest part. Sven and Death Prophet about to hit their level 20 talents. The highest you have on EHOME.K is 16 on your Veno. Your Shadow Fiend only level 15 now.
What is the 20 talents for Sven? They're not that, I don't think Sven or Death Prophet have massive ones, right?
I mean, it's still just
Sven's gotta go 20% evasion.
Yeah,
Evasion,
the evasion's good. It's not that good in this game. They don't do any damage.
I mean, that's its own problem. 10%
It's
cooldown
good too.
reduction.
50 move speed.
Yeah, the 10% cooldown reduction on Death Prophet is pretty good. 10% feels like it's like a kind of, it's so little, it's almost like they're laughing at you percent. You know what I mean? It's really good, but it's
I mean, every little bit helps, Shane.
true. But it's just if you compare them to other talents, like Veno has 75 damage.
I mean, does Death Prophet need any more supers? Been beyond godlike in the last 3 games on Death Prophet. They just keep picking Super Death Prophet, and they're I don't know if it's just not worthy of a ban yet, but Super is just unkillable right now. Still has that 10-second BKB.
It feels like EHOME.K are just outclassed. Like it's not just the heroes.
It's the push strat in general, I feel.
Would you consider this a push strat?
Somewhat. I mean, DP does hit
They-
buildings, but it's not like an all-in strat, right? Like, these guys
They have
play
backup,
an
right?
ultra- Yeah.
Yeah, they have a lot of backup. Like DP gets her level 25 talent might be one of the stronger ones in the game. The extra ghosts or the
Eight
600
spirits.
HP. Like they're 2 huge talents.
Bat Rider going in, trying to get a dragon, does end up finding this little banana mancer is going to be picked off even under Shadow Blade, and now they catch Bristleback as well. God strength to spend the BKB. Oh, from the Shadow Fiend is just used to walk away. They will easily melt the tier 2 tower. Shadow Fiend just threatening on a Requiem for all he's worth, because that's pretty much all he can do. Buyback from the Venomancer as well, and LFY retreat with pretty much nothing lost except for an Exorcism.
They got a good chain stone onto the Venomancer so you didn't get his ulti off. Like, that's the one thing I see whenever I see someone initiate on Venomancer. I'm always worried that they'll get all the spells off and then it'll be kind of worth them. They can initiate afterwards, but they chain stone them perfectly. And Shadow Fiend like BKB'd and just kind of started taunting.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna Requiem, guys, I'm gonna go. But
You're gonna
scared of it anyway.
You're gonna feel some slight amount of pain.
I mean, he's got full souls. That's something.
He does.
All right, let's say the next fight goes where EHOME, they shove in the Venomancer. He gets off a 5-man Poison Nova. The Requiem with max souls comes out. Witch Doctor sets up a beautiful cask and still has the, you know, the death board bouncing around. Did LFY even die?
Are they AFK or LFY?
Are they?
AFK?
Yeah, if they're standing still, do they even? Is it possible for EHOME to take a fight? Basically,
Yeah,
if they get the perfect initiation.
It kind of, if they can blow up one hero pre-fight, like if they take a 5-on-5 engagement, it might be a bit tough. But if they can get a pick with Clockwork Hook, you know, maybe Maledict and Witch Doctor ulti, they can do something. You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Obsing with a sprained wrist is actually not ideal, but it's all good. Only one more game to go.
It'll be grand.
So, Roshan still just chilling. No more Aegis in the field, but I mean, this is so difficult for EHOME. Like, how do they even defend the pit at this point? They've got pretty neat like AoE spells if they want to go hookshot the Clockwork in, go for another steal, and get Venomancer in there as well. But LFY, they just respond to it so well.
Yeah, it didn't work out great for them last time. They
did steal the Aegis, Shane.
That is true. At what cost?
The whole thing.
Yeah, their whole thing died. Their Venomancer lived. Fine. I don't know. Just doesn't seem like they're snowballing nearly fast enough. Like, they're going for help.
25
Yeah.
Oh, going in on the Witch Doctor. He's going to try for the TP out. They go for the Yules. They just drag him back up in the air. And oh, this little buddy doesn't even get a chance to ride home to his family.
Fair play to the Batrider for not ulting there, actually. He believed in the Yules from the TP to stop the TP.
I mean, that's just trust in teammates.
Yeah, yeah. They have a close bond, LFY.
Look at Dark's positioning here with Bristleback. Just can't find much. Sitting behind the Batrider pretty handily in terms of net worth. Still just...
Jesus. He's not even getting them creeps. That's brutal.
What's his...
Like,
yeah.
They can't pressure the lanes. Like, surely someone from EHOME should be pressuring bottom lane.
Bottom tower is under attack.
It's tough, right? What do you think, Brax? How do they get back into it? Tell me the story.
Hook shot in onto the Batrider. He's going to go Firefly his way to freedom. The Exorcism comes out from the Death Prophet as Clockwork just sitting on the cogs, taking it. Meanwhile, everyone just sitting back, holding their ults. They do want to push on the back of Super here, but they don't have to get too crazy.
Baited the DP ulti. Only lasts 35 seconds. Pretty good, pretty good.
Now we'll have some time without DP ultimate.
Okay, but definitely buys them some time. But what are they doing with this time? They're gonna share this one medium camp between their entire team.
You can get the little centaur. I'll get the big centaur. Yeah, it's not ideal. Everyone back to full health. Death Prophet ulti down for 100 seconds, but I mean
even with the no DP ult, LFY can still take
I mean, his burst is pretty solid as well. They're going. They do grab the Venomancer. Can they keep him locked down so he can't ult? It looks like he's still silenced. Is he going to be able to get off his ult? The silence comes in and one more hit. They get him down. Venomancer contributes nothing to the fight. The Yules onto the Bristleback, hold him back. They bring in the Sven who's BKB'd, gets off the Stormhammer, and oh, that's the Warlock ulti just to finish it all off. We're dropping frames because the server is so excited about this. The buybacks come in, but 2 heroes dead for good. It's a 3 versus 5 still. Shadow Fiend's big, he's mean, he's BKB'd, but still not putting out the damage they need. The Warlock Golem even lives through the fight. So LFY, I mean, they commit pretty heavily, but they get everything they need. That's 2 buybacks and 2 permakills.
That Shadow Fiend's mean. I don't know what mean means anymore. I feel so sorry for
GG, they just can't
take
it.
They literally can't do any damage. He's like, alright, I'll beat ulti. We used everything.
They're just so far behind right now. They have
So that is going to be LFY taking a 2-0 over EHOME.K, and that puts EHOME.K down in the lower bracket, and LFY, I believe, now get to go straight into that best of 5 grand finals.
Okay. Honestly, they looked very, very strong. Maybe EHOME.K just look weaker. It's really hard to judge teams, right? When you watch just one game, even though it's difficult.